Today marks 1187 days sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with all of you. I hope that these lessons will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and will empower you to become the person that you want to become. Yesterday I shared the worst traits in people, and today we'll focus on the good parts, on the best traits in people. I think that is when you want to become the best version of you, you need to develop those traits that really makes you the best. I think that there are some traits that every single person maybe have strength in, like expertise in, but I think that sometimes there are some traits that are in general foundational great to have. I think sometimes we are missing them, and we're able to become much, much better leaders, parents, connectors, friends, family members. There's so many things that we're able to really get better when we improve those traits that are very, very attractive. And though attractive is that you can attract success, you attract relations, you can attract businesses, you attract, there are so many things that we're able to attract. Because I think that you not achieve success, you attract success by becoming that person who is able to attract the success. So today we'll share those 10 traits. 10 one of the best traits that you're able to develop to really become that attractive person for success. So number one is kindness. I think that is very, very important. Be kind. To be kind, that means that really what kind of act of kindness do you give? Do you do? Because it's very, very important to really be collaborative, considerate toward others, making sure that you actually give your energy to other people. Be kind to other people. I think that is very, very understand that we need to be generous, compassionate toward other people, because I think that every single person wants to have kind people around who's not selfish and this mine, 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 mine. No, like say that I am willing to be kind because I think that everything starts from kindness. Number two is empathy. I think this is a very, very powerful thing because every single person has perception. Perception means that you have your own understanding of your life, but your understanding of life is sometimes not someone else's perception. So what is very powerful is being able to really have perspective of someone else's perception. You have a perspective of someone else's perception. So it means what you do is that you put yourself in other person's shoes and try to visualize what they potentially able to see. And empathy is an amazing tool to do that. When you're able to put yourself in other person's shoes, and that means you understand other person much better. And when the person that you're speaking to, that they are feeling that you understand their perspective, their perception, they are much more open even to be influenced by your perception. Such a powerful thing. Such a powerful thing that other person could be influenced only when they believe that you fully understand them. But you are able to fully understand them when you have that empathy and you're able to put yourself in other person's shoes. Very powerful and attractive because that's increased relations, that nurture relationships and reduces conflicts that potentially are in our lives. Number three is integrity. Integrity. I think it's very, very important to be honest, really say one thing and do exactly the same thing, not like say one thing and do a totally different thing. And when you are having that integrity with yourself and moving in every aspect of your life, not like that, okay, I will be having that integrity just at home for my family. No, like that means that integrity is walking. This is who you are in business, in life, in 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 relationships, in friendships. That means that when you are saying that this is who I am, that builds massive trust, massive respect, and when people who trust and are able to depend on you, they know that this is a person that we're able to depend. We know that when he says something, he actually truly means that. I think that that's truly attracts success because people want to do business where people have integrity. Now, one thing is that if you do not have one's integrity, that's really destroys trust, and sometimes it's very, very hard to rebuild that trust. It takes years. And this is again one mistake of integrity could really reduce business. And that's where sometimes people really don't use integrity. They have results for a short period of time, but in the long term, they never get results, never get success because they lost future opportunities. Number four is humility. That means being able to grow yourself, improve yourself, or achieve like tremendous success in knowledge, wisdom, but at the same time being humble, being able to learn from every single person, see every single person as a valuable person, because every single person is valuable, massively valuable. Just the only thing that's different is that maybe the knowledge and expertise in one area of your life. But being able to really be modest about yourself, be modest about everything, and really being very, very humble, and really give more acknowledgement of other people's achievements. I think it's very, very important to understand that collaboration still will outperform your knowledge. So being able to bring people on board, and you're able to bring people on board only when you're humble, when you have humility in your life. Number five is resilience. I think that is such a beautiful trait. Have resilience in your life, because when you know that when we see a person who is very resilient, you want to bring that person on board because you know that it's a good day, bad day, they will show up. Because I think the majority of people who really do not succeed are people who do not show up. It doesn't matter how well you perform. It might be that you're failing, but you showing up sometimes is the most difficult thing because you want to really, when you show up, you want to really do great. So when you don't feel great, when you don't feel like 100%, at that moment you don't want to show up. It's like, oh, I will not do that great job. But showing up, I think sometimes is 90% of success. Of course, you need to do the great job, but still, showing up is the most important part. And resilience is allowing you to do that. Saying they say that you will show up no matter what, you will succeed, and then showing up no matter what. And I think that resilience is something that you're able to develop no matter what. Good day, bad day, do something that you hate to develop. Number six is generosity. I really love that generosity, and that means that willingness to share your time, willingness to share your energy, willingness to share your maybe other resources, maybe money, a willingness to share everything in your life, wisdom, successes, everything. And generosity is very, 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 very powerful thing because you really promote community, promote collaboration, promote togetherness. It's a beautiful thing. So how generous are you with your time, with your words, with your encouraging words? Because sometimes people say, I just don't have a lot of. That's all fine. Doesn't need. That means that when you have a little and you show generosity, that means that when you have a lot, you will show generosity as well. If you don't show generosity when you have little, will not show generosity more time when you have a lot because it's like, oh, I will have more and will be generous. No, it doesn't matter how much you have to really show generosity. So I said, sometimes the beginning of your generosity is being able to give your encouraging word, something giving a smile sometimes. Because that means something a lot. Just give a smile because that smile is giving you energy. Because if you give energy, and so one of the beautiful part about giving energy, encouraging word is that it benefits you and the receiver. So you give, but at the same time you receive a lot because you receive that smile back, receive that energy back. So that means when you give energy, you get that sometimes even tenfold. Number seven, amazing character trait is that being able to be grateful. So gratitude, appreciative. Because what you appreciate appreciates. If you appreciate someone else doing a great job, they will do more of it. If you said, okay, I would love them to do more, and maybe you don't appreciate that they gave them five of 10 of the effort. And if you don't appreciate, probably that effort will go from 5 to 4, and then that goes to 3, and you will lose everything. But if you appreciate you gave that effort. I appreciate that means a lot to me. Now, even though they gave 5 and they really loved your appreciation, so okay, I will give a little more, and you appreciate them even more. Like I really love that you put so much effort into that, and you give a little bit more. This is not manipulation, but it's really being able to be very, very grateful for the effort. So being genuinely grateful, not just as a manipulation tool, but really being grateful for the effort. Because I think that I learned that everyone is able to choose to do it or not to do it. And if that person chooses to really give that effort, we're supposed to appreciate their effort. And I think that one of the greatest thing that I learned that you're not able to be over appreciative. It's almost impossible to be over appreciative. When you are appreciative and you feel that it is maybe even more uncomfortable to appreciate so much, maybe that's the point where it's like, maybe you appreciate enough. That's the moment when you start to appreciate enough. Number 8 is great trait is open-mindedness. When you're open-mindedness, maybe somebody says skeptical, that's totally fine, but really be open-minded. understand fully what's going on, and being willing to consider other person's perspective. Being willing, because sometimes we shut down altogether. We say that I'm willing to listen, but you already closed. You said I'm willing to listen, but you're already closed. Are you actually open-minded? Because whenever they start to speak, you start to think, oh no, this is not working, this is not. No, you need to listen first before you actually start to think about all the counter things that you will say. If you start thinking about counter things that you will say when they will finish, that is not open-mindedness. That's close-mindedness. Because some people not willing to listen whatsoever, and some people are maybe one or two open-mindedness because they just said, okay, I will be willing to listen. But willing to listen is not open-mindedness. Open-mindedness is when you're able to consider other person's perspective, and that's very, very, very important. And then again, this is fosters innovation, fosters creativity, fosters relationships. There's so many things that comes out of open-mindedness. Jumping in new opportunities that really could bring you new results. Number 9 is loyalty. Remaining faithful and supportive to those that you care about. Because I think that sometimes people have conditional love, conditional support. While you're succeeding, I will be supporting you. When you're failing, I will be walking away. No, I think that's terrible character trait. Loyalty is when you're actually able to be there no matter what. A person is succeeding, you are there. When person is failing, you are there. And I think that I don't remember who said it, but it's such a powerful. It said that I'm not supposed to really eat the food when I have a lot with the people that I would not eat when there's nothing. It means that there's a lot of people will not eat with you because they're not supposed to be there. Because when you don't have a lot to share, they will be around looking for people who have a lot. I think that we need to understand that and ask who would be there for me when I don't have a lot. And then that you understand people who are actually low. And I think that we're supposed to be that person who stays and sticks with people, because people make mistakes. People make mistakes. And that's you need to understand that we need to really separate behaviors from who actually that person is. And we separate that we're able to really stick to the person, not the behavior. We say that those behaviors are terrible, and we can really be communicate about those behaviors. But they say like, I will stick with you. I know that I don't like those behaviors is not helping you, but I stick with you because I like who you are as a person, and that's his loyalty. No matter what happens, I stick with you. And last one, number 10, I think this very, very great trait is optimism. Optimism, I think, really very, very. People said that optimism is not good. I think that optimism, the good optimism, is when you actually say that I know that maybe this today is not good, but I know that if I take action, everything will turn out good at some point. So it means optimists are great because they understand that today might be terrible. There's massive adversity. You're aware of that. But you're willing to take an action and you expect the best out of it. Because what other option you have? You you're able to be negative? That's what you want? Or are you supposed to be say that I know that it's a terrible situation. I don't want to cry about it. I don't want to really be emotional about it. I just will take action. I will expect the best. Because I truly believe when you have expectations, when you have great expectations, and you really take actions based on those great expectations, you get better results. Because if you expect the worst, most time you will get the worst. Because a lot of times you just don't take action of worst expectations. So good expectations lead to good actions, and good actions lead to good results. So I truly believe that people who are optimistic leads to better results. So that's an amazing trait. So I shared like 10 traits that I think that is very, very valuable, foundational things that every single person is supposed to have. And of course, there's more of them, but those are foundational things that every single person is supposed to work to develop. So I hope you just win and see you tomorrow.